Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Bean, November 15th, which is a Sunday. 3 to 7, you'll have me, you'll have my boy Sean Cuts here. We will be in the building doing a 4-hour look and learn. Y'all gonna get 2 haircuts from both of us. Y'all get some dope education from both of us. So if you in Houston and you watching this video today, please hit the link in my description to be able to get your ticket. The tickets are $50 right now online. It will be $75 at the door. It's limited seats only. We literally just sold already 3/4 of the class. So this upcoming week, this Sunday, we will be in the building. Please get your tickets now. If you don't, you will miss out on this class. I will be in Houston again, November 15th on Sunday from 3 to 7 p.m. doing the look and learn class with my brother Sean Cuts here. Sign up, get them tickets today, man. I promise y'all, it's finna get crazy in Houston. So I just want to hurry up and drop that promo in the beginning of this video. Without further ado, let's lock in. Let's get into this video. So to kick this video off, I'll go in by cutting my client hair down with a 1.5. I had washed the client's hair before that, so I just want to go ahead and get all this hair down, knocked to that one desired length. I want to prep it. I'm doing a real big wide taper today. This client don't get like the average type taper, so I just want to get most of this hair down to this desired length, and then I can hop into some of my real work. My next step is to go in with my gold Babeless FXs and create a rainbow shape. Creating that rainbow shape with my Babeless FXs will help me get a lot of room. As you guys can see, the contour shape of his head is a little wider, so I gotta go in and widen up this taper area. My next step, I want to go completely open using my 1919s. I want to give myself about a whole inch, and in this area I just want to blow this panel out so I can start to work on the taper. Right here, I just drop on the beard, I go open, and then I use my 1/16 and blend this all the way out. Then I go in here using my 1/8 guard right above my open, just so I could create another panel, and then I'll be able to blow this panel out. And as you guys can see, I'm starting to get a nice transition. My next step, I go in with my 1/16 halfway open, and I want to flick at this line, create more of a transition, softening it up even more, and I just want to slowly but surely bring it together. Then I go behind the ear, because that's super important. You don't want it dark behind the ear. I just want to get a nice gradient effect. I want to make sure that it transition really well, because when I put a line on it, it's going to get super crazy. Y'all know how I do when it comes to these lineups. I shake the room on those. So I just want to slowly but surely bring this thing together. I'm completely closed with my clippers here, and I'm starting to digress this line, and I'm starting to really bring that transition together. I want to apologize early for me being in the frame here. I definitely could have recorded this a little bit better, but I'm opening my clippers little by little just so I could get that gradient effect. And then I go back in here completely open, and I just want to play with this taper a little bit more. The more you play with it, the more consistent you keep it, the more you do detail work, the more flush your fade will come out, the more your transition will look up to par. So that's the thing when it comes to cutting hair. Detail work is everything. The more you play with it, it's gonna come together. Just remember your steps, stay in a nice area, and watch it come together. Using the corner of my blade, just detailing. Then my next step is to go in with my Barber's FXs, and I just want to clear this panel. I'ma treat this the same way I did the back, but I won't be that high. So I'm going up about 1/2 of an inch, clearing this panel, and now I'm finna break into my taper for this area. Then I go completely open, using my 1919s, giving myself about 1 inch. I got 1 inch of some wiggle room just so I could create a transition and bring the taper all the way together. Then I go completely closed, and I'm starting to blend into this line, slowly but surely working my way all the way up to the top, not really overly playing my part, and I just went up halfway here, and as you guys can see, boom, the transition is there. So I'm just keeping everything consistent, not overplaying my part as usual, getting a nice little C flicking motion with my taper, but also just enjoying the game, having fun, and just doing what I do every day. Across the grain in that area just because that hair don't come flush down. It was growing across, so I had to go across just so I could get that hair knocked down. Then I go in with my 1/16, and this is completely closed. As you guys can see, I'm slowly but surely nudging it. My client has an indent in the back of his head, so it's gonna actually accommodate how I do the taper because I won't have to overly work. And then the higher I go in this fade, I'm gonna just open my clippers a little bit more here. As you guys can see, just working it up piece by piece, letting the transition naturally come to me. And as you can see, man, it's coming together really well. And then now I'm completely open, using my 1/16 guard, and I'm flicking at this area. I don't want to really drag it too high, and then also I want to drop my clippers and then go inside the indent just so I could create a gradient effect. And as you guys can see, I don't have to overplay my part here. I ain't got to overwork. It's coming together. The gradient effect is there, and this taper gonna be super clean. On this side, I just repeat the same steps, going in using my Barber's FXs, clearing this panel, and once I clear this panel, I'm gonna break my way into my fade. I just sped it up tremendously just because I ain't gotta show y'all the same thing twice, but I'll throw it in the video. You could kind of guess the steps here. You see me go Barber's FX, completely open, blend this line out, then I'll fade my way from here and up. My message today is just, man, tell all your loved ones that you love them, and always show that, man, just because you got people in this world that's going in and out this world daily by the blink of an eye to where it feels biblical, you know, due to how rapid people are dropping today's date. All of these celebrities losing Kobe at the beginning of the year, and just what everything has been accumulating to over the year. 2020 been super crazy. So just make sure that y'all straight and continuously tell your family that you love them, because that's super important. People need to know that they loved, and at times that just literally the littlest thing is the most important thing. People need to know that they are loved, and I'm just, you know, bringing that essence back to my channel. So I just want to go in and do some cleanup work using the corner of my blade, because when it's a wide taper, it can almost look a little different. But I want to go in, I want to clean this up and make sure that it's super clean. It's just a wider taper, so in this case, it's gonna look different from the beginning until I lay a line on. I go in with some Lotta Body wrapping lotion, and I just want to get this thoroughly through the hair. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put it in the front, the sides, the back, and then I'm gonna brush it, assisting it with a blow dryer to bring all of the hair completely forward, prepping it for a dope lineup. So I go in using my brush, bringing everything forward, brushing everything. As you guys can see, the waves are starting to pop out. The hair is starting to be pulled completely forward, and we locked in. Y'all know what I do on my channel. I bring y'all undeniable looks. I bring y'all level of precision that's never been seen before on YouTube. I bring y'all the greatest music on any channel. We just duffled up over here. It's different when we over here. We shape shift over here. So I want everybody to just stay focused, man. Stay focused, stay locked in, enjoy what you're doing, have fun with it. And man, this is a part of the game. So I go in completely closed on my wall 1919s, and I'm just floating over the top of the hair. I want to get everything down to that desired length. I want to make sure everything is brought forward. I want to make sure everything is smooth. I just want to coast over this area, and I want to get a nice, clean, precise look. And this is just super, super essential to any wave haircut or any haircut, period. You don't want no frizzy hairs, no roach legs standing up, none of that. You want everything, super clean. So just pay attention to it and take your time in steps like this, because you don't want to nick nobody, but you want to get that hair laid and you want to bring it all the way forward. And as you guys can see, super, super, super clean. Next step, I go in with my Babyliss FXs. As you guys can see, I plant using my verticals, and then when I get to the top of the ear, I'll convert with the corner on my clipper, working my way around that corner. Everything is about consistency. Everything is about getting it super flush, getting it super clean. And I'm in my frame out work. There's some of the greatest frame out work y'all gonna see on my channel. So when framing out, you gotta be super, super precise, because this is how I bring my haircuts together. When I frame out, I'm bringing it all the way together. I'm setting myself up for that kill shot. And that's what's important. It's a level of shape shifting. I go through my frame out process, and I'm gonna solidify my project with super hard lines. Then I go behind the back of the beard and do straight verticals. And as you guys can see, once I drop this vertical line, it's going to basically be a straight line, which looks like it wraps around the top of the ear. That's just typical frame out work for the back side of my haircut. And as you guys can see, super clean. And it's just, man, it's super precise, bruh. Like, I love them super clean looks. I know a lot of people be like, man, how many times he gonna say super? That's because we in a different lane, dog. We just superly different. We just real different. So nah, I just plant with my verticals and then flip the ear down, convert over with the corner of my blade, and work my way around the corner, just getting a consistent look. Go and do my verticals right here, and as you guys can see, I'm dropping that vertical line, and it's gonna come out super clean. It's just frame out work. Once you frame it out, you'll be able to see the haircut for what it truly is. It's like you can almost see the haircut finishing, and it's nowhere near finished right now. We only at the beginning, but cleanliness is next to godliness, so we gon' take every step necessary. I start in the middle and I work my way all the way to the left, achieving a nice clean line, taking my time, holding a client's head up, and just making sure that I'm able to apply pressure, but at the same time, apply super clean looks to this client's head. I want a lineup that's contoured to his head, and just making everything clean. That's super important. Then I go at the bottom of the curve and work my way into the initial curve. I start at the bottom and just slowly work myself around in a C motion. All because I bordered it out on the sides, I can kind of use that ghost effect that my spritz leave, or that white line that my spritz leave, to be able to see that line. So I'm gonna go over here and repeat the same steps, always starting back in the middle to recenter myself in my center point and working my way all the way to the right side. Just trying to mirror effect. It's just like, finding that common denominator. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other, but just in reference of math, finding that common denominator will be multiplying that bottom number by the top number. It's just like a mirror effect. That's exactly what it is. So I use small, nice analogies like that to kind of get you guys to be able to understand some of the things that I'm talking about. And that's not hard math. That's like 3rd or 4th grade math. So in that case, that's just nice analogies. And then I go in using my boy Sean Cuts Hair color enhancement card. This card can be purchased on SeanCutsHair.com. That's where you guys will go and get these. But this is literally the best combo mixed with my cordless compressor and with my color. And as you guys can see, it's like Shaq and Kobe in they prime. I could lay the law like a legislator. Like as you guys can see, the color is laid perfectly. Nice distribution of color, and the haircut is coming together very, very, very well. I go in with some spritz to lock everything in, and now it's time to really get busy. We just having fun and we just getting warmed up. I go in using my Barber magic pencil, which I'm using this like how women would use their concealer for their eyebrows. They go in, they clean up their eyebrows, then they add whatever color or fill-in they want to their eyebrows, and after that they'll assist it by concealing the eyebrow to give it that real clean, sharp look. And that's what I'm doing. I'm adding that dagger effect to my client's look. I want to make sure that I can add other things in other industries to my industry and get the same type of look. And as you guys can see, when I go in with my clippers, I'll use my clippers as my blending brush to make sure that I'm able, to blend them lines out and get a clean, contrasted line. And as you guys can see, that's fire right there. That's fire, dog. 93 premium, that's gas all day. All day. Stretching the skin, hitting the line with my liners and bringing this thing all the way together. And as you guys can see, this is crazy, dog. It's superly crazy, man. I'm really enjoying how this client look is coming out. It's a birthday cut too, so I'm definitely in my duffel for this one. So I angle my razor at a 45-degree angle, stretch that skin and bring everything back to the initial lineup. And as you guys can see, slowly but surely it's gonna win that race. I'm not overly applying steps. I go behind it, dust it off, cause we all know cleanliness is next to godliness. There's no way that you could do one thing or do it one time and you're completely finished. Go back, go loop it more than once. You wanna make sure you bring this thing all the way together. Perfect curves at the bottom, perfect curves at the top, assisted with a nice clean blew out taper. The transition is ridiculous. The haircut is crazy. Like, this thing is coming together insane. Like, this is God's work right here. This is what I mean. When I'm in that lane, when I'm shape shifting, I'm trying to do things that nobody would ever do. I'm trying to bend that ruler. I want that lineup so straight that it will bend the ruler. And that's just, that's just me. Everybody not like me. Everybody don't care about the same things that I care about behind the chair. But precision is something that I superly care about. It's something that my clients care about. It's something that I'm going to continuously dish until this channel is over. This channel will always show you guys how to be super precise, super clean. And y'all going to stay in the realm where y'all going to always perform godly and surgical work. That's just what I do. Angling that razor at a 45-degree angle, bringing everything back to that lineup and cleaning above it. And as you guys can see, like, that razor work is a wicked, dog. Like, that's John Wick right there. That boy a demon, man. I'm just keeping everything consistent. We having fun, and it's just coming together real clean. As you guys can see, it's spitting a white line. Like, I'm not adding no additives. It's just consistency, man. Consistency reps. I'm putting these reps up. I'm stretching that skin. I'm bringing it back to the lineup, and I'm getting it as clean as possible. I'm going with the grain, across the grain, against the grain. Like, I'm just bringing this thing all the way together, and that's what you want to do. And then clearing it at the bottom of the neck. This is fire, dog. This is fire. Like, ridiculous. And I just go on an inner lip, and I just want to bring that together and get a nice square inner lip. Now I'm going to go and just do some cleanup work, making sure that these lower hairs are knocked out the way, making sure everything is at a consistent rate, and then cleaning up this curve size. You guys, look at the angles, dog. Golly, boy. Pressure. Pressure. So in the imperfect world, we do get these clients that come in looking crazy, especially for their birthday. But as barbers, it's up to us to change that outcome. And on my channel, there's only one way to give it up, so let's lock in. Hashtag TBT in that comment section. Hashtag Glacier Gang. Hashtag 2020 year the shapeshifters. We in that duffel. We ain't slowed down a bit. COVID ain't stopping nobody. We superly focused. We planning on going nowhere but up, never backwards. Always steps forward. I appreciate you so much if you was able to make it through this 20-minute video. And may God bless it until next time.
Telling him sorry after he just beat him. I'm so sorry.
Was that bad?
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, walking in.
And go to the gas station and shit. I'll be making unnecessary stops or something.
Tell her unnecessary stops. That B-Day cut, man. Alright, YouTube, let me know what y'all think about that. That was a quick birthday cut. What, how long was it? It was a month since I cut your hair?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been about a month. Something slight. Quick little even. Burst the taper on the sides and back. Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section.